What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It is the 27th of May today, and here we are with 22 hours, 22 minutes left in the day at about $108.5 thousand. The long weekend is over. Happy Memorial Day, everybody, but the weekend is over. It is Tuesday. The week has finally opened up. Technically, the stock market is still closed, so it is still part of that long weekend. Most of this day, Tuesday, will go by. We'll have like 10 and a half hours left in the day before the stock market opens. So we got a little bit of time to go. I am anticipating today to be a green day, so it makes sense that we're starting off on a bad note. Typically, and I'm not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I bet if you went back in time and you looked at every single green day, there's probably, and maybe not every single green day, but 90% of them, they have some kind of a wick to the downside, which implies downward movement first and then upward movement, right? And on these days, on these Mondays, if we go back, treat today, Tuesday, like it's a Monday, okay? Let's go back to the last Monday that we had. It was right here, right? You start the day off coming down, but then you finish the day coming up, right? That's what that wick to the downside means, okay? You go to the next Monday before that. Same kind of idea here. You had a wick to the downside. You went down really low, but then you came up finishing strong on the day. Those two Mondays aren't the best examples. I'm looking for a Monday kind of like that, but something more, let's see. Something more like this, yes, where you go down and you come up to finish strong. Something like this, yes, one of these days here, that Monday there. It's been a while, apparently, since we've had some kind of significant Monday, and for a while there, our Mondays were pretty significant. Let's see if we've got one. Let's see here. That was a significant Sunday. This Monday did mark a bottom. You wicked all the way down, and then you came up and closed. I'm not going to go through every Monday in Bitcoin's existence, but you've seen it at least a handful of times over the past few months, where Monday does, I mean, when I say a handful, I mean every single time since April 7th, if not even since like March or February, every single Monday that we've had has gone down and then come back up by the end of the day. That's kind of how it is. So the fact that we're low now doesn't discourage me at all. I would expect that today, being it's a Tuesday, but it's the beginning of the week, it's like a Monday, I would expect that today does close green. We might even be at new all-time highs by the end of today. It really wouldn't surprise me at all if we closed above $112,000 by the end of today. But time will tell. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and the 4 hour, and let's go from there. Okay, so the 1 hour time frame here, building volume as you're coming down. That's not a good, but it's on the index. The volume, if you're ever using the index, BTC USD all-time history index, the volume isn't accurately represented. I use Coinbase because it's the second highest volume in the space. Okay, that volume's kind of better, but still not a whole lot of volume coming in on this downside. You wicked down pretty hard, and now you're coming up. I would bet most of that volume's coming into the upside. Let's see. Yeah. That's a lot of that's some stop hunts is what that is. Stop loss hunting is going on right now. So anybody who is long in the markets thinking that we're going to move up just because it's Tuesday, we're shaking those people out, getting some people to go short, and then immediately submerging them underwater here. I don't believe that we're going to go down. Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware that Bitcoin has a golden cross. In fact, let's throw that on here real quick. Hold on, let me see. Can I add moving average, MA? Moving average simple, yeah. We'll do 2 of those, and then we'll put you on. Let's see. Well, I clicked it twice. I don't know why it only gave me 1. Let me go through 50 and 200. Right, that's the golden cross. Is 50 and 200. MA. I clicked it twice. Tell me I'm wrong. Go back and watch it. I swear I clicked it twice. You can probably hear me click it twice. I thought I clicked it twice. Anyways, let's get these to be different colors. We'll make one of them yellow so it stands out more. The other one can be blue. Okay, so the 50 is the blue, the 200 is the red, or is the sorry, I'm sorry guys. The 50 is the blue, the 200 is the yellow. Yes, we just had a golden cross. Typically in Bitcoin's history with golden crosses, we do sell off, and that's been the kind of expectation, is that we'll move down into this golden cross. But let's go through that real quick, because throughout Bitcoin's history, that's not always the case. I know that there's some people who are really expecting that we're going to go down just because we had a golden cross, but not every golden cross is the same, right? Notice here, like where we are right now, we're at new all-time highs. We're consolidating above new all-time highs. We're ready to go. Here, when we had our last golden cross, we were still underneath this consolidation phase, so we found resistance. We actually pumped into the cross. We pulled back down, but we didn't go all the way down to the cross here, right? And we were in a breakout kind of area there as well, and then we broke out higher. We didn't really sell off too hard. We didn't even interact with these lines. I would think that the same kind of outcome is going to be here. Maybe we move down a little bit, but I think that's what we've seen already. I think we're going to send it. I really think we're going to send it. The last golden cross did not result in a major crash at all. This golden cross here did not result in a major crash. This golden cross here we pulled down into the cross, but then pumped. We did pull down. This one kind of did. So this one we could say it did. But 1 out of 3, this whole bull cycle, that's not, and then probably 1 out of 4 when it comes down to it. I don't think that we're going to cross. I don't know where people are getting so bearish when literally the last 2 golden crosses we've had have had bullish results. I suppose we did sell off here, if we're just being real, but it's not that bad. What, like an 8% drop? That's really not that big of a deal. You want to throw a fit over an 8% drop? What's Bitcoin going to do from here? What's 8% from the high? It's not even below 100K. It's $101,000. Not even, right? We're still well above that. Last golden cross we had before that, we did sell into this one, okay? We actually pumped right out of it, but then sold into it, so that there's one that worked. So that's 2 to 3. This one here, we actually moved out of it. So that's 2 sell-offs into the golden cross versus 4 non-sell-offs. Here, 1. So 3 to 4 there. 3 to 5 on the bullish effect, right? 3 to 5 on the bearish effect. Here, you pumped into it, then dumped. So it's like 4 out of 5 out of Coinbase's all-time history that we have golden crosses here dating back to 2015. The majority of them actually do not sell off. It's something that happens. We do sell off into golden crosses, but it doesn't always happen. And I think a moment like this, when we're in peak bull market, it's just not going to happen, guys. If you know what I'm talking about, I feel like some people have been talking about it. The golden cross is a big deal. It's a nice thing. It's a good thing to have on your moving averages, but moving averages are lagging indicators. Who cares? With or without those moving averages, we've known for a long time that we are going to go up to $121,000. We take this high here, we put it at a low there. The 1272 is right there. That's our next target. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. We're not stopping anywhere but here or higher. That's it, right? Only 121K or higher will suffice for our next kind of stopping point. And I don't mean a stopping point like this. I mean a stopping point like this, or maybe even a longer kind of consolidation phase. But I don't think we're going to see consolidation phases like this again for the rest of the cycle. People are going to get hung up on this idea that if we look at this here on a 3-day time frame, I mute everything so that we can just see it. If people think that after this move we're going to consolidate like this, or like what we just did here, let me draw this real quick, like this, right? If you think that we're going to get these long-ass consolidation phases that we've had all cycle, I don't think so, man. I think what's going to happen is we're going to rip right on up to $180,000, $190,000, $170,000 by the end of June, early July. We're going to be there, and then we will consolidate for like a month and a half. It'll be dramatically shorter. It'll be something like this, and then we will continue to rally. This will cause euphoria instead of massive boredom. That euphoria will give us a cycle high, and we'll be somewhere around $400,000, $500,000, maybe even $700,000 by the end of the cycle, going into the end of the year. I really do expect it to be like this. We've got like 2 major run-ups left in the cycle with 1 insignificant consolidation phase. And of course, intermingled with that are other insignificant consolidation phases, right? We've got, if we look at this on a daily time frame, we've had a couple of them already, right? Pretty insignificant here, even insignificant here. It's arguably every step of the way we're having some insignificant ones. It's not just going to be a straight shot up the whole time, but essentially, effectively, if you look at it on a weekly time frame. 121K or bust, you guys. We're not going anywhere else. We're not settling for anything else. I'm not convinced that this day closes green, or closes red, I'm sorry. Not convinced that it closes red at all. 1 hour time frame, if we're looking at the RSI, pretty volatile. There's some bullish things going on. You got higher lows. I want to say it's neutral, but it's bearish leaning right now. Volatile overall. If you could find support here above the oversold zone and not get into it, if you can find support here, you go down a little bit more and find support there. If you tip just a little bit in it, that's okay, but we want to avoid any kind of reciprocated moves like this into the oversold zone as much as you went to the overbought zone here. I would say that the sooner that we bounce, the sooner that we move up, the better. Let me look at the 15-minute time frame. I would think we go down a little bit more. Okay, this wick here, I think we'll hold as support. I don't believe that we go below this wick, or if we do, it's not going to be by too much. But I do believe that, we have 13 minutes, 50 seconds left in this 1 hour time frame. I do think we'll go lower just a little bit. We're at 108.3K. I don't know. We might drop $500 or something like that, and then over the hours to come we'll begin to grow. I think that the second half of this day, even like a couple of hours from now, the next 4 hour candle might produce some good outcomes. Let's look at the 4 hour on that time frame. 4 hour RSI does look more bullish. It's neutral right now, but bullishly postured for sure. So we'll see how it goes. The worst comes to worst, right? If I'm wrong and we don't move up from here, if today's not a green day and the preceding days aren't a green day, and by the end of this month we're not at like $130,000, if none of that comes true, then worst case scenario we drop down to about $104,500, something like that. Find support there, and then we continue to move up anyways. We'll be at 120 to 130K instead of at the end of the month of May. It'll be the very beginning of June. You know, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Don't trip up over a week's difference in time. Timing is the hardest part to get. Price action, anybody can guess, and anybody will be right or wrong inevitably, right? But timing is the real hard part. Everybody, no matter if you're right about the price, everybody's wrong about the timing most of the time. So we'll see how it goes. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Truthfully, I think what's happening here is we broke out of all-time highs, right? We're literally sitting on top of our all-time highs, consolidating. We're just ready to rip, man. We're like winding up the spring, and we're getting ready to sprung that spring. We're going to sprang it in springtime. And I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Bye-bye.